Question 1. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Accelerate through the curve. B. Stop and check for oncoming traffic. C. Reduce speed for a right curve. D. Prepare for a turn. Answers is C. Reduce speed for a right curve. This sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right. Drivers must reduce their speed and prepare to navigate the curve safely. Question 2. What does this sign mean for your driving? A. Prepare for a steep climb. B. Prepare for a steep descent. C. Road ahead is slippery. D. There is a tunnel ahead. Answers is B. Prepare for a steep descent. This sign warns of a steep descent ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear and use engine braking to control their speed, avoiding continuous braking. Question 3. When seeing this sign, what must you do? A. Give way to all traffic. B. Stop completely at the line. C. Proceed with caution. D. You have priority over all. Answers is A. Give way to all traffic. The give way sign means you must give way to all traffic on the intersecting road. Only proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 4. When must you signal right at a roundabout? A. When going straight ahead. B. When turning right or doing a U-turn. C. Only when leaving the roundabout. D. You never signal right at a roundabout. Answers is B. When turning right or doing a U-turn. When entering a roundabout, you must signal right if you intend to turn right or do a U-turn. Signal left if turning left, and no signal on entry if going straight. Question 5. What does this sign warn of ahead? A. Uneven road surface. B. Slippery road. C. Speed hump. D. Falling rocks. Answers is A. Uneven road surface. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead has an uneven surface, which could affect vehicle control. Reduce speed and drive carefully. Question 6. What is the primary purpose of a safety belt? A. To keep you comfortable. B. To protect you in a crash. C. To alert airbags. D. To prevent speeding. Answers is B. To protect you in a crash. Safety belts are designed to restrain occupants in a crash, preventing them from hitting the interior of the vehicle or being ejected, thereby reducing. Question 7. What does this sign mean for goods vehicles? A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. B. Goods vehicles must overtake. C. End of speed limit for goods vehicles. D. Parking for goods vehicles only. Answers is A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits goods vehicles from overtaking other vehicles in this area, typically used on roads where overtaking for large vehicles is unsafe. Question 8. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. Children likely to be present. C. School bus stop. D. Playground area. Answers is B. Children likely to be present. This sign indicates a children hazard ahead, typically near schools, playgrounds, or residential areas, warning drivers to be extra cautious and reduce speed. Question 9. What action should you take seeing this sign? A. Stop and wait for instructions. B. Prepare for a roundabout. C. Enter a one-way street. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is B. Prepare for a roundabout. This sign indicates a roundabout ahead. Drivers should prepare to enter the roundabout, giving way to traffic already on it, and signal their intentions correctly. Question 10. When entering a motorway, what is the correct merging procedure? A. Stop at the end of the ramp. B. Match speed with traffic and merge safely. C. Assume other drivers will slow down. D. Accelerate quickly without checking mirrors. Answers is B. Match speed with traffic and merge safely. When entering a motorway, you should use the acceleration lane to match the speed of the traffic already on the motorway and merge safely, looking for a gap. Question 11. What does this sign signify? A. Minimum speed is 50. B. Maximum speed limit is 50. C. Recommended speed is 50. D. End of all speed limits. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit is 50. This sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not exceed this speed in the area. Question 12. What is the meaning of this sign? A. No stopping allowed. B. No parking allowed. C. Restricted stopping. D. Emergency stopping lane. Answers is A. No stopping allowed. This sign means no stopping. You cannot stop your vehicle for any reason in the area where this sign is displayed, not even to pick up or drop off passengers. Question 13. What must you do if you see this sign? A. Stop completely, then give way. B. Slow down and give way. C. Proceed with caution. D. Only stop if other vehicles are close. Answers is A. Stop completely, then give way. The stop sign means you must come to a complete stop at the stop line, or as close as practicable, before giving way to all other traffic. Question 14. When driving in fog, what should you do? A. Use high beam headlights. B. Use low beam headlights and fog lights. C. Drive faster to get out of the fog. D. Turn off your headlights to improve vision. Answers is B. Use low beam headlights and fog lights. In fog, use low beam headlights and fog lights if equipped. High beams will reflect off the fog and worsen visibility, reduce speed and increase following distance. Question 15. What does this sign prohibit? A. No U-turns. B. No overtaking. C. No entry for all vehicles. D. Maximum speed limit. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign indicates no overtaking. Drivers are prohibited from passing other vehicles in this section of the road until the restriction is lifted by a different sign. Question 16. What must you do at a yellow traffic light? A. Speed up to cross. B. Stop if it's safe to do so. C. Continue as normal. D. Prepare for a U-turn. Answers is B. Stop if it's safe to do so. A yellow traffic light means the light is about to turn red. You must stop if it is safe to do so. If you are too close to stop safely, you may proceed with caution. Question 17. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. School zone. C. Children playing. D. No pedestrians allowed. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers must be alert for pedestrians and be prepared to stop and give way. Question 18. What is the primary meaning of this sign? A. One-way road ahead. B. No entry for vehicles. C. Turn left only. D. Proceed straight only. Answers is A, one-way road ahead. This sign indicates a one-way road. All traffic must travel in the direction by the arrow, meaning you cannot travel against the flow of traffic. Question 19. What does this mandatory sign indicate? A, proceed straight only, B, turn right only, C, turn left only, D, U-turn allowed. Answers is A, proceed straight only. This sign is a mandatory instruction to proceed straight only. Vehicles must not turn left or right, nor make a U-turn where this sign is present. Question 20. When driving, when should you use your vehicle's horn? A, to greet friends, B, to warn others of danger, C, to show annoyance, D, when approaching every intersection. Answers is B, to warn others of danger. The horn should only be used to warn other road users of potential danger. It should not be used to express anger or impatience, or as a general greeting. Question 21. What does this sign mean? A, railway crossing, B, railway crossing, C, level crossing with gates, D, road ahead is rough. Answers is A, railway crossing. This sign warns drivers of a railway crossing ahead. Drivers must slow down, look and listen for trains, and be prepared to stop if necessary. Question 22. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A, no right turn, B, no left turn, C, turn right only, D, U-turn not allowed. Answers is A, no right turn. This sign prohibits drivers from making a right turn at the intersection or point where the sign is. Question 23. What does this warning sign indicate? A, slippery road ahead, B, road narrows, C, loose gravel, D, uneven road. Answers is A, slippery road ahead. This sign warns of a slippery road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, increase following distance, and avoid sudden braking or steering movements. Question 24. When driving near a school bus that has stopped with flashing lights, what must you do? A, pass carefully at low speed, B, stop until the lights stop flashing, C, sound your horn to alert children, D, only stop if children are crossing. Answers is B, stop until the lights stop flashing. You must stop for a school bus with flashing lights, regardless of which direction you are traveling, until the lights stop flashing. This allows children to cross safely. Question 25. What does this sign advise you to do? A, maximum speed limit of 50, B, recommended speed of 50, C, minimum speed limit of 50, D, end of all speed restrictions. Answers is B, recommended speed of 50. This sign indicates a recommended speed of 50. It suggests a safe and comfortable speed for the conditions, but it is not a mandatory limit. Question 26. What does this sign indicate? A, proceed straight, B, turn right only, C, turn left only, D, U-turn permitted. Answers is B, turn right only. This sign is a mandatory instruction to turn right only. Drivers must follow this direction at the intersection or junction. Question 27. What does this warning sign indicate? A, cattle crossing ahead, B, wild animals crossing, C, farm machinery ahead, D, horse riding area. Answers is A, cattle crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers of A cattle crossing ahead. Be prepared for livestock on or near the road, especially in rural areas, and slow down. Question 28. When approaching a railway level crossing without barriers, what must you do? A. Speed up to cross quickly. B. Slow down, look, listen and give way. C. Assume no train is coming. D. Sound your horn to warn trains. Answers is B. Slow down, look, listen and give way. At an uncontrolled railway level crossing, you must slow down, look in both directions, listen for trains and be prepared to stop. Only cross when safe. Question 29. What does this sign allow? A. No U-turns allowed. B. A place for U-turns. C. Only right turns allowed. D. No parking or stopping. Answers is B. A place for U-turns. This sign indicates a place or lane where U-turns are permitted. Drivers wishing to make a U-turn should use this area if safe and legal. Question 30. How should you drive when you see this sign? A. Maintain current speed. B. Reduce speed, watch for loose gravel. C. Accelerate to clear the section. D. Expect a smooth road ahead. Answers is B. Reduce speed, watch for loose gravel. This sign warns of loose gravel on the road. Reduce speed to avoid skidding and to prevent stones from being thrown up and damaging other vehicles. Question 31. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. No entry. B. Stop and give way. C. One-way traffic. D. End of priority road. Answers is A. No entry. This no entry sign prohibits all vehicles from entering the road or area it guards. It is often seen at the exit of one-way streets or restricted zones. Question 32. What is by this sign? A. Pass obstacle on the right. B. Pass obstacle on the left. C. Road narrows ahead. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the left. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers must pass obstacle on the left. This is used to guide traffic around obstacles or road divisions. Question 33. What does this sign inform you about? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. Underground pedestrian crossing. C. No pedestrians allowed. D. Footpath only. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead. Be prepared to stop and give way to pedestrians who are using or about to use the crossing. Question 34. What is the recommended following distance in good conditions? A. 1 car length. B. A gap. C. Half a car length. D. A gap. Answers is B. A gap. In good driving conditions, a following distance is recommended. This allows enough time to react and stop safely if the vehicle in front suddenly brakes. Question 35. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. End of roadworks. B. Roadworks ahead. C. Detour ahead. D. New road surface. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This sign warns of road works ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, be alert for workers and machinery, and follow any temporary traffic instructions. Question 36. What does this sign prohibit? A. No right turn. B. No U-turn. C. No left turn. D. No entry. Answers is B. No U-turn. This sign prohibits drivers from making a U-turn at the location where the sign is displayed. This is to ensure safety and maintain traffic flow. Question 37. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Motorway ahead. B. Residential area. C. No through road. D. Industrial zone. Answers is B. Residential area. This sign indicates the start of a residential area living zone. Drivers should expect pedestrians, children, and speed limits, and drive with extreme caution. Question 38. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on the road? A. Leave the vehicle immediately. B. Move to a safe spot, use hazard lights. C. Try to fix it in the traffic lane. D. Wait inside the vehicle for help. Answers is B. Move to a safe spot, use hazard lights. If your vehicle breaks down, move it safely off the road if possible. Turn on your hazard lights to warn other drivers, and place a warning triangle if available. Question 39. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. Cycle track only. B. No cycling allowed. C. Road for shared use. D. Cycle parking. Answers is A. Cycle track only. This sign indicates a mandatory cycle track. Cyclists must use this track, and motor vehicles are generally not permitted to enter or use it. Question 40. When is it illegal to use a mobile phone while driving? A. Only when driving above 50 km per hour. B. At all times when driving. C. Only when stopped at traffic lights. D. When making emergency calls only. Answers is B. At all times when driving. It is illegal to use a mobile phone at any time while driving in New Zealand. This includes when stopped in traffic or at traffic lights. Question 41. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Road narrows from both sides. B. Road widens ahead. C. Steep descent ahead. D. Tunnel ahead. Answers is A. Road narrows from both sides. This sign warns that the road ahead narrows from both sides. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for potential oncoming traffic in a space. Question 42. What is the meaning of this sign? A. No stopping allowed. B. No parking allowed. C. Parking for certain vehicles. D. Loading zone. Answers is B. No parking allowed. This sign means no parking. You can briefly stop to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but you cannot leave your vehicle unattended. Question 43. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Start of a motorway. B. End of a motorway. C. Road for motor vehicles. D. Recommended speed zone. Answers is A. Start of a motorway. This sign marks the beginning of a motorway expressway. Specific rules apply to motorways, including minimum speeds and restrictions on certain vehicle types. Question 44. When must you give way to a vehicle exiting a driveway? A. Always, as they are joining traffic. B. Never, they must always give way to you. C. Only if they signal left. D. If they are larger than your vehicle. Answers is B. Never, they must always give way to you. Vehicles exiting a driveway must always give way to all traffic already on the road. You do not need to give way to them. Question 45. What does this sign warn about? A. Strong headwind. B. Strong side wind. C. Road slippery when wet. D. Narrow bridge. Answers is B. Strong side wind. This sign warns of side wind ahead, indicating that strong crosswinds may affect vehicle stability. Drivers should grip the steering wheel firmly and be prepared to correct their vehicle's path. Question 46. What does this sign indicate about the junction? A. Major road ahead. B. Minor road joins from the right. C. Minor road joins from the left. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is B. Minor road joins from the right. This sign warns that a minor road joins the main road from the right. Drivers should be aware of traffic potentially entering from this side. Question 47. What action does this sign require? A. Turn left only. B. Proceed straight or turn right. C. Turn right or left. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn right. This sign is a mandatory instruction, allowing drivers to either proceed straight or turn right. They must choose one of these two directions. Question 48. When is it acceptable to cross a solid yellow center line? A. When overtaking a slow vehicle. B. Never unless avoiding an obstruction. C. To turn into a driveway. D. When no oncoming traffic is visible. Answers is B. Never unless avoiding an obstruction. A solid yellow center line indicates that it is unsafe and illegal to cross it, except to avoid an obstruction, or turn into a driveway or private property when safe. Question 49. What does this sign mean for specific vehicles? A. Movement of vehicles prohibited. B. Movement of all vehicles prohibited. C. Recommended route for trucks. D. Parking for specific vehicles. Answers is A. Movement of vehicles prohibited. This sign, often accompanied by a symbol within it, prohibits the movement of the specific type of vehicle shown, e.g., certain ecological class vehicles or older models. Question 50. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Embankment or quayside ahead. C. Road narrows. D. Bridge ahead. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside ahead. This sign warns of an embankment or quayside ahead, meaning the road runs alongside a drop-off into water or a significant drop. Drive with extra caution. Question 51. What does this priority sign indicate? A. You are on a priority road. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. C. End of priority road. D. Stop ahead. Answers is A. You are on a priority road. This priority road sign indicates that you have priority over traffic entering from side roads or junctions until you see an end of priority road sign. Question 52. What action should you take when seeing this sign? A. Proceed straight or turn left. B. Turn right only. C. U-turn only. D. Pass obstacle on the right. Answers is A. Proceed straight or turn left. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers must either proceed straight or turn left. You must choose one of these two permitted directions. Question 53. What does this sign mean for parking? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking allowed on odd days. D. No parking at any time. Answers is A. No parking on days. This sign prohibits parking on the side of the road where it is displayed on days of the month. It helps manage parking in congested areas. Question 54. What is the correct procedure for indicating a left turn? A. Signal just before turning. B. Signal well before turning. C. Only signal if there's traffic. D. you don't need to signal left turns. Answers is B, signal well before turning. You must signal your intention to turn left well in advance to give other road users, including pedestrians, sufficient warning of your maneuver. Question 55. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Steep descent. B. Falling rocks. C. Uneven road. D. Loose gravel. Answers is B. Falling rocks. This sign warns of falling rocks ahead, often found near cliff faces or unstable terrain. Drivers should be vigilant for debris on the road and potential hazards. Question 56. What does this sign indicate about vehicle access? A. No entry for motor vehicles. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. No entry for all vehicles. D. Motorway ahead. Answers is A. No entry for motor vehicles. This sign means no entry for motor vehicles. Only pedestrians or vehicles may pass, or it may apply during certain times. Question 57. What does this sign mean for pedestrians? A. Pedestrian track only. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. Shared path for cyclists. D. Pedestrian crossing ahead. Answers is A. Pedestrian track only. This sign indicates a mandatory pedestrian track. Pedestrians must use this path, and other road users like cyclists or vehicles are generally. Question 58. When should you dip your headlights from high beam? A. Only when driving in urban areas. B. When oncoming vehicles are present. C. When following another vehicle closely. D. Never. High beam is always better. Answers is B. When oncoming vehicles are present. You must dip your headlights to low beam when approaching an oncoming vehicle, when following another vehicle closely, or in urban areas to avoid dazzling other drivers. Question 59. What does this sign signify? A. No parking zone. B. Parking place ahead. C. Bus stop ahead. D. Emergency stopping lane. Answers is B. Parking place ahead. This sign indicates a parking place ahead. Drivers can expect to find parking in the direction or location. Question 60. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Other danger, accident-prone area. B. Ahead. C. Traffic congestion. D. Slippery road. Answers is A. Other danger, accident-prone area. This other danger sign, often accompanied by a supplementary plate, indicates a general hazard or an accident-prone area not covered by other specific warning signs. Drive with extra caution. Question 61. When approaching a green traffic light, what should you do? A. Accelerate as fast as possible. B. Proceed if the intersection is clear. C. Stop and check for cross traffic. D. Sound your horn to alert others. Answers is B. Proceed if the intersection is clear. A green light means you can proceed, but you must still ensure the intersection is clear and safe before doing so, especially checking for pedestrians or vehicles clearing the intersection. Question 62. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Road narrows. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This sign warns of a steep ascent ahead. Drivers should select an appropriate gear and be prepared for vehicle performance and potential blind spots. Question 63. What does this sign mean for overtaking? A. No overtaking allowed. B. End of no overtaking restriction. C. Overtaking zone. D. End of speed limit. Answers is B. End of no overtaking restriction. This sign indicates the end of no overtaking restriction. Drivers may now overtake if it is safe and legal to do so, considering other road rules. Question 64. What does this sign mean for the road? A. Speed hump or bump ahead. B. Uneven road. C. Ahead. D. Steep descent. Answers is A. Speed hump or bump ahead. This sign warns of a hump or speed bump ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid discomfort or damage to their vehicle. Question 65. What is the purpose of this sign? A. Priority over oncoming traffic. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. No entry. D. Give way. Answers is A. Priority over oncoming traffic. This sign indicates that you have priority over oncoming traffic in a narrow section of road. Oncoming vehicles must give way to you. Question 66. What is the primary rule when giving way at an uncontrolled intersection? A. Give way to traffic from the left. B. Give way to traffic from the right. C. The fastest vehicle has priority. D. Stop and proceed only when clear. Answers is B. Give way to traffic from the right. At an uncontrolled intersection, the general rule is to give way to vehicles coming from your right. This ensures a clear and predictable flow of traffic. Question 67. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Narrow road. D. Answers is B. Tunnel ahead. This sign warns of a tunnel ahead. Drivers should turn on headlights, remove sunglasses, and be prepared for potential changes in light and air quality. Question 68. What does this sign tell you? A. Start of residential area. B. End of residential area. C. End of speed limit. D. One-way street ends. Answers is B. End of residential area. This sign indicates the end of a residential area living zone. Normal road rules and speed limits typically resume beyond this point. Question 69. What does this sign mean for turning? A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. Turn left only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. No left turn. This sign prohibits drivers from making a left turn at the intersection or point where the sign is. This is for safety or traffic flow reasons. Question 70. How should you react to flashing red lights at a railway crossing? A. Proceed if no train is visible. B. Stop immediately, do not proceed. C. Slow down and prepare to stop. D. Sound your horn and cross quickly. Answers is B. Stop immediately, do not proceed. Flashing red lights at a railway crossing mean a train is approaching or present. You must stop immediately and remain stopped until the lights cease flashing and it is safe to proceed. Question 71. What does this sign indicate about traffic? A. Road with a reversible lane. B. One-way street ahead. C. End of one-way street. D. Lane for public transport. Answers is A. Road with a reversible lane. This sign indicates a reversible lane road. The direction of traffic flow in one or more lanes can change at different times of the day, usually controlled by overhead signals. Question 72. What does this sign indicate ahead? A. Cattle crossing, B. Wild animals crossing, C. Pedestrian crossing, D. Farm area. Answers is B. Wild animals crossing. This sign warns of wild crossing the road, commonly found in rural or forested areas. Drivers should be alert, especially at dawn and dusk, and reduce speed. Question 73. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Speed hump, B. Or rough surface, C. Slippery when wet, D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Or rough surface. This sign warns of, or A. Generally rough road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid damage to their vehicle and maintain control. Question 74. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with flashing lights and sirens? A. Speed up to get out of the way, B. Pull over and stop safely, C. Continue driving normally, D. Block the intersection to help them. Answers is B. Pull over and stop safely. You must pull over to the left side of the road and stop, or move to the nearest safe position until the emergency vehicle has passed. Give them a clear path. Question 75. What does this sign prohibit? A. No entry for all vehicles, B. No parking allowed, C. No overtaking allowed, D. Give way to oncoming traffic. Answers is A. No entry for all vehicles. This sign means movement prohibited or no entry for all vehicles. No vehicles are permitted to enter this road or area. It is a universal prohibition. Question 76. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Road works ahead, B. Traffic lights ahead, C. Pedestrian crossing ahead, D. Railway crossing. Answers is B. Traffic lights ahead. This sign warns of traffic lights ahead. Drivers should prepare to slow down and stop if necessary, and be aware of potential cues or changes in traffic flow. Question 77. What does this priority sign indicate? A. Start of priority road, B. End of priority road, C. Give way, D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. End of priority road. This sign indicates the end of priority road. From this point, you no longer have priority over traffic from side roads, and general give-way rules apply. Question 78. What does this sign indicate about the road layout? A. Road with a lane for public transport, B. One-way road, C. Bicycle lane ahead, D. Car parking area. Answers is A. Road with a lane for public transport. This sign indicates a road with a lane for public transport vehicles. This lane is typically reserved for buses and taxis, and other vehicles may have restricted access. Question 79. What does this sign advise about? A. Zone, B. No parking, C. Vehicle service area, D. Emergency stop lane. Answers is A. Zone. This sign indicates a zone. Vehicles parked illegally in this area may be towed away at the owner's expense. Park only in areas. Question 80. What is the correct way to adjust your speed for a hazard? A. Brake hard at the last moment, B. Slow down gradually covering the brake, C. Maintain speed to clear the hazard, D. Accelerate and change lanes quickly. Answers is B. Slow down gradually covering the brake. When approaching a hazard, you should slow down gradually and be ready to brake or take evasive action. Covering the brake means having your foot lightly over the pedal. Question 81. What does this sign indicate? A. Sharp left curve. B. Sharp right curve indicator. C. Series of curves. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Sharp right curve indicator. This sign is a curve direction sign indicating a sharp curve to the right. It helps delineate the curve path, especially in low visibility or at night. Question 82. What does this sign tell drivers about the lane? A. Turn right only. B. Lane for left turn only. C. Straight ahead only. D. U-turn permitted in this lane. Answers is B. Lane for left turn only. This sign, typically displayed above a lane or on an intersection approach, indicates that the lane is for left turn only. Vehicles in this lane must turn left. Question 83. What does this sign mean for heavy vehicles? A. No entry for vehicles with trailers. B. All vehicles must have a trailer. C. Towing service ahead. D. Parking for trailers. Answers is A. No entry for vehicles with trailers. This sign prohibits vehicles with trailers from entering the area. This restriction might be due to steep grades, sharp turns, or sensitive environments. Question 84. What should you do before changing lanes? A. Just signal and move over. B. Check mirrors, signal and check blind spot. C. Speed up to create a gap. D. Wait for a gap to appear. Answers is B. Check mirrors, signal and check blind spot. Before changing lanes, you must always check your mirrors, signal your intention, and then do a head check blind spot check to ensure it's safe to move. Question 85. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Dangerous hard shoulder. B. No shoulder. C. Parking on shoulder allowed. D. Emergency stopping lane. Answers is A. Dangerous hard shoulder. This sign warns of a dangerous hard shoulder. This means the shoulder may be unstable, soft, or have obstacles, making it unsafe to drive or stop on. Question 86. What does this sign mean for vehicle movement? A. Animal crossing ahead. B. No entry for vehicles. C. Farm machinery prohibited. D. Horse riding allowed. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles. This sign prohibits the movement of vehicles e.g., carts or sleighs. This ensures road safety and traffic flow where such vehicles are inappropriate. Question 87. What does this sign indicate? A. Start of a motorway. B. End of a motorway. C. Road for motor vehicles. D. Rest stop ahead. Answers is B. End of a motorway. This sign indicates the end of a motorway. Normal road rules and speed limits will apply from this point onwards, and regulations cease. Question 88. What is the legal requirement for child restraints? A. Only required for. B. Required until a child is 7 years old. C. Required until a child is 12 years old. D. Not required if an adult holds the child. Answers is B. Required until a child is 7 years old. In New Zealand, children aged 7 years and under must be correctly in an approved child restraint. From 8 to 14 years, they must use a safety belt if not in a restraint. Question 89. What does this sign indicate about the junction? A. Junction with a minor road. B. Major road ahead. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Traffic lights ahead. Answers is A, junction with A minor road. This sign warns of a junction with A minor road ahead, where traffic from the side may be entering or crossing your path. Be prepared to give way if required. Question 90. What does this sign indicate about the road surface? A. Change of road surface. B. Slippery road. C. Loose gravel. D. Road works ahead. Answers is A. Change of road surface. This sign warns of a change of road surface ahead. This could mean a transition from sealed to unsealed, or a change in material, requiring adjustment in driving style. Question 91. What does this sign mean for driving direction? A. Proceed straight only. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is C. Turn left only. This sign is a mandatory instruction to turn left only. Drivers must follow this direction at the intersection or junction. Question 92. What does this sign warn about? A. Series of dangerous curves, first right. B. Series of dangerous curves, first left. C. Dangerous curve to the right. D. Winding road ahead. Answers is A. Series of dangerous curves, first right. This sign warns of a series of dangerous curves, with the first curve turning to the right. Drivers should reduce speed and anticipate multiple changes in direction. Question 93. What does this sign mean for stopping? A. No sounding of horn. B. Sound horn if needed. C. Warning sign ahead. D. Emergency vehicles only. Answers is A. No sounding of horn. This sign prohibits the sounding of horn. It is often found in residential areas, near hospitals, or at times when unnecessary noise should be avoided. Question 94. When are you allowed to make a U-turn? A. Always if traffic is clear. B. Only if not prohibited and safe. C. At all intersections. D. When there's a broken center line. Answers is B. Only if not prohibited and safe. U-turns are allowed only when there is no sign prohibiting them, and it is safe to do so, without endangering or obstructing other road users. Always check your surroundings carefully. Question 95. What does this sign warn of? A. Drawbridge ahead. B. Bridge closed. C. Narrow bridge. D. Underpass ahead. Answers is A. Drawbridge ahead. This sign warns of a drawbridge ahead, a bridge that opens to allow boat traffic. Drivers should be prepared to stop if the bridge is open or opening. Question 96. What does this sign indicate? A. Motorway ahead. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. No entry for motor vehicles. D. Cycle track. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles. This sign indicates a road for motor vehicles. Only motor vehicles are permitted to use this road, and restrictions may apply to pedestrians or cyclists. Question 97. What does this sign mean for parking? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking allowed on even days. D. Parking restricted at night. Answers is B. No parking on days. This sign prohibits parking on the side of the road where it is displayed on days of the month. This helps manage parking availability. Question 98. What is the safest way to pass a cyclist? A. Pass as close as possible. B. Leave at least 5 meters space. C. Sound your horn to make them move. D. Overtake quickly without slowing. Answers is B, leave at least 5 meters space. When passing a cyclist, you must leave a minimum of 5 meters of space where the speed limit is over 60 or 1 meter where it is 60 or less. This ensures their safety. Question 99. What does this sign indicate about traffic congestion? A. Road clear ahead. B. Traffic congestion ahead. C. Road works ahead. D. End of speed limit. Answers is B. Traffic congestion ahead. This sign warns of traffic congestion ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, be prepared for stop-and-go traffic, and consider alternative routes if available. Question 100. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Start of reversible lane. B. End of reversible lane road. C. One-way road ends. D. Lane closed. Answers is B. End of reversible lane road. This sign indicates the end of a reversible lane road. The special rules for reversible lanes no longer apply from this point, and normal lane usage resumes.